Let's talk about the value dynamic of prosperity. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Want to welcome you to another episode of Prosperity TV. I'm coming to you from my place in San Diego. And we've got a theme this week. I want to talk about the value for value dynamic of prosperity. And I've got this timed, if everything works out and the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, this video will come out on Monday, and then on Wednesday, my audio podcast, the Power Prosperity Podcast, I'm gonna go a little deeper into this theme of prosperity has no limit. So if you're not a podcast subscriber, be sure and subscribe before Wednesday. Power Prosperity Podcast. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple, Google Play, everything. So find it and subscribe, and we'll look more at that issue of the infiniteness of prosperity. But what I want to talk about on this show is how all true prosperity is always created with a value for value exchange. And why I think it's important to talk about this is because there's so much negative programming about money and wealth and prosperity being finite, and people think it's an either-or equation. Somebody will, I'll post a picture of I get a new sports car, and somebody will attack me and say, how could you spend that money on a car when there are kids starving in Africa, or the rainforest this, or the tofu burgers that? And I'm like, time out. This is not an either-or scenario. If you looked at my tax returns and you saw how much money that I contribute to charities, and put on top of that my time and resources and effort and other things that I do for so many nonprofit and charities and causes like that, it doesn't have to be either or. But I understand when they attack me for that, because they're reacting to programming that they have at a subconscious level that they don't even know is there, that they think prosperity is finite, and that for you to create wealth, you have to steal it from someone else. Or for you to be more successful, you have to exploit something else, or that whatever prosperity you manifest has to come at the expense of some other person or thing or organization. And that's just not the case. True prosperity is infinite, and you determine the amount of prosperity that you manifest in your life by the amount of value that you put out into the universe. Like, it's so crazy. People come to me and say, oh my God, I have this venture and I can't get any funding for it. Nobody will invest in it because money's so tight. Like, what? Money is tight? What world are you living in? There are literally trillions and trillions of dollars, pesos, pound, yen, euros that are sitting in bank accounts somewhere that people are saying, where could I invest this money to get a better return? We can't put this money in a savings account and get 3% or 2% back, or we've got it in the CDs and it's paying this. How could we get a bigger rate of return for that? There's literally trillions and trillions and trillions of every currency in the world. How much money is Apple sitting on, right? They have, like, I don't know what is, some ridiculous, I don't want to quote a number because it'll be wrong, but it was, literally billions of dollars of cash on hand that they can't even figure out what should we spend it on, because they're making so much money. Because money is just a form of exchange. There's so many people like me that love that iPhone that's recording this message for you, that love these AirPods that serve as my microphone again, because I still have my microphone in Miami. And we love the Apple product, my MacBook Pro over there, and so we lovingly, joyfully, gratefully throw our money at Apple and say, please give us more devices that we can buy from you. right? Apple creates value for me, so I love to send them money in exchange for that value. And one of the things I discovered, and I did a whole show on this, is you can't outgive the universe. And I know because I've been trying for decades. The more you put out there, the more you give back. So remember, how do we add value? How do we solve problems? When we can do that, people will lovingly, joyfully, gratefully crawl naked over broken glass and throw money at you because you're making their problems go away. You're adding value to their life. We like to think that everybody wants to hoard their money, but the truth is nobody wants to hoard their money. You know that this is not true because as soon as people get paid, the first thing they do is take that money and go trade it for the things they really want from that money. The new Taylor Swift album, the tickets to the Metallica concert, the new kicks from Nike, the new whatever. I mean, the money they can send to Netflix, the movie they want to attend, they trade that money for the things they really want. They exchange it for the value they seek. And the only thing you have to do to manifest more prosperity in your life is to manifest more value out to the universe. All right, have an amazing week. Peace. Hey, do me a favor, while we're talking about circulating value, please share Prosperity TV with the people in your world.